I found myself commenting on what was again assumed to be the final video about a question. And a question was, which I'm not going to repeat obviously for, it's not about the questioner, it's about the question, you see. But the question was in relation to the world and what the world means to me, the mind, or that what knows mind and uses mind and speaks through mind. But we've discussed that in many previous videos, previous talks. The witness of the mind cannot be mind, but the witness of the mind that uses mind to discuss the world and its activities is or cannot be disconnected from the mind, so therefore is assumed is the mind. So I'm going to just repeat how I answered the question in this comment that I made, and it's based on the relationship of my type of work as a human, and of course the question regarding my relationship and what the mind thinks about the world. So here it is. 1. That's the apparent me. 1 only classes self as I. No other title necessary. To say I is a name or an identity second to I is to deny the original primary I, self. However, other minds can further title I as an us or whatever. And that's okay for their mind. But I doesn't mind, because it is experienced to reveal that words are keeping us in a world only for words as thoughts to survive as the world of divisive, meaning opposing measured thoughts, like good and bad, pain and pleasure, in and out. So my question back to the questioner was, what is the world to you? And of course it's an open question to anyone who chooses to listen to this. What is the world to you? Is it a place? Or is it just a collection of thoughts, ideas, and information invented, multiplied to keep I, myself, from knowing its true self? I know what an apple is because I can hold it in my hand. Even without the name apple is an object in my hand. But I don't know what a world is, nor a thought, nor a word or name, because I cannot hold it in my hand. So it's worth chasing for apples. They keep I alive. The rest is the mind chasing itself in imagined circles, like the snake eating its own tail. And the result is sadly no thoughts on the real I, only on the tail, The real I, that in fact doesn't even require the apple to keep it alive. Very similar to the Garden of Eden story. It's real good. The questioner is questioning worldly things fading. That's the questioner that questioned this, that raised this comment. It's real good. They are questioning worldly things fading. You're accepting, Mr. Questioner, you're accepting the similar quality of mind of the supposed others who have also been questioning their apparent identity world of not fitting into the idea of the identities that's been constantly thrown at them since school days, forcing world and identity choices on them to create an apparent, elusive, substandard thought world. I would like you to listen to this next bit I commented on. And if you don't understand what it means, that's okay. But it may shift something within you. So I go on to comment and say, after this substandard thought world that has been forced into each one of us, when the world of thoughts are rejected, or subsequently the world of thoughts reject the rejecter, then no more world of patient or questioner. No more divisive names or words. Just true life as it is, beyond the imagined world. This is concluded. Thank you for the work you do, Mr. Questioner, and for questioning the ego that is only here to try and break the umbilical cord that cannot be shifted in reality between your I and my I. I hope this is not to undermine each and every human being as the immaculate representation of life when seen with a clear eye. I don't know what else to say, but when your mind is so quiet that it doesn't need information, it doesn't need questions, it doesn't need objects sometimes, not very often. It certainly doesn't need subjects. You find yourself just walking around with a smile on your face. And others, no others can see into your mind. So they don't think that there's any thoughts in your mind. They know there are thoughts in their mind. And they're right. The only thoughts are in your mind. The only thing that keeps your mind from being free is the thoughts that you have accepted, stored, programmed, and are witness to in every single word, identity, television screen, lecture, school, newspapers, books, other people who are continually between us all sharing what we call the world. And the world, again, is just made up of thoughts. It's just made up of ideas, concepts, transferred into symbols, words, language. Once upon a time, easily accepted, easily digested, and easily understood. Now this world has grown so many arms and legs that few are facing up to the truth that is beyond this world, beyond thoughts, beyond ideas and concepts. And you, me or I, whatever we are, we cannot deny what is beyond. But we can experience ourselves beyond. I mean, what else to do? Shall we all go on this same old story, same old journey, same old samsara wounds, same old karma, same old regressions? Or can we not just accept ourselves in the transcendence of consciousness that is taking us for a beautiful lunch? Our bodies, our minds, is a food. But we, whatever we are, is enjoying the banquet. What can enjoy the banquet walking around with a smile on its face, not knowing anything other than, wow, this is the most beautiful experience this body and I will ever experience. It's a final straw. The back has been broken, the spine resurrected, the brain set free, the heart in full blossom, and the spirit in joy, and the soul one, and God happy, and consciousness not a word that can describe the state of that is beyond even the states of love and joy and pleasure and peace and tranquility. Give rising to the consciousness of I, and let it be, and all will be revealed to I. Another question. Not just about the world, a non-existing place. Not anything about the mind. But I mentioned it a few minutes ago. You cannot be the mind when there's a witness of the mind. The witness has to use mind to get its point across of information, get its thoughts across using verbalization, get its feelings across using sentimental words. So what is the witness of the mind? You see, in the final seeing of consciousness, only consciousness exists. All is incorporated names, feelings, thoughts, emotions, objects, subjects, from the rising out of its own consciousness as other forms of consciousness. So the witness of the mind, whether it's another's mind or your mind, there's a witnessing, but it's the mind, when there's any formal identification, any knowing, any intellect, any understanding, it has to be the mind witnessing the mind. So it brings the mind to its most important conquest, its most important eye-opening and divine moment. When mind knows it's mind that is witnessing mind talking about mind, and body knows it's body talking to bodies about bodies, it's body talking to body. When happiness, from whatever happiness is within a person that thinks it is happy, talking to another that is happy, that it is happiness witnessing happiness. When pain arises in the body, you, the body, whatever you want to call yourself, experiences the pain. Therefore it is pain, the pain body witnessing pain. It's pain witnessing pain. So everything in the final divine seeing is revealed as this mirror. Whatever appears cannot know what it is until it reflects that what it is. So the mind that sees nothing relevant in mind, outside of it or inside of it, cannot be classed as mind, because it does not reflect itself as mind. So the mirror consciousness is the only thing that is taking place. And if you look at it like that, you see the mirror has no sides. It just reflects and deflects and reflects and deflects. But it only reflects and deflects when something in front of it appears. And what it reveals back to it is that what front of it that appears. Just like the glass mirror. When there's no you in front of the mirror sees nothing. It may see a room. So the mirror is reflecting the room, but the room doesn't have that mental constructed way to say, oh look, I'm a room in the mirror. So when you look in the mirror then reveals what it reflects. A body. But it also reflects the name body. Because without you looking in the mirror without a mind, it's reflecting mind, it's reflecting body, it's reflecting any information that the mind has gained. So if you know what eyes are, or nose is, you'll say, look at my nose, my eyes, reflecting as my nose and my eyes. So it's like this. And whether the mind likes it or not, whatever I am is reflecting in whatever I am experiences. Whatever I see is reflecting that what is seen as a version of me, the seer. So is the seer the body? Is the seer the mind? Is the seer something, the soul? Is it the astral body? Is it the subtle body? Is it consciousness? Is it beyond? Well, whenever any of these things recognize itself as a word that explains itself, that's what's taking place. That's what this mirror is reflecting, this consciousness that cannot reflect and deflect, but experiences itself reflecting and deflecting through a witnessing from something within it that is not totally permanent. Consciousness itself is permanent, it's stable, it's rigid, it's holding all of these states of mind, all of existence, all the universe, all the galaxies, all the astral, all the gods, all the spirits, all the knowledge, all the intelligence, all the wisdom, all the slugs, all the molecules, all the atoms together is one whole consciousness. A mirror, a celestial gem that reflects like itself. Many people don't like the idea because the mind of judgment reflects itself. So when you see another and there's an uncomfortable feeling of the other, for whatever reason, cosmetic, psychological, social, you're seeing a version of yourself. So whenever you judge, to the extent that you feel inadequate, or they are inadequate in their company, it's your own inadequacy appearing to reveal itself. So whatever you see on the television screen, it's an image. It's a fantastical experience. It's a make-up stuff. So you're seeing a made-up world. But when you believe it's reality, the television screen becomes you. In any murder scene, you're experiencing the murder scene as you, the murderer, or the victim, or the perpetrator. It's a reflection. The whole world is a reflection. So when you're in good company, your goodness is reflecting goodly or godly. So whatever you see, whatever you do, whatever you touch, whatever you feel is a reflection of that, what it is, you see. You can't say, I am the universe, and believe that the body is the universe, because you believe you are the body. You can say, I am. Whatever I am is the universe. So when you look at the universe with your eyes see a reflection of the seeing. And the mind puts it together to say, well, I am the body, I am the eyes, that is the universe, so we're all individual components. No, there's just an experience. The universe, whatever it is looking at itself in every aspect of what it is made up of. The body is looking at itself, experiencing itself in any of the outward world, inward world, or whatever imagination, fantasy, thought passes through it. It is a reflection of itself. What else to say, you see? But regarding the world, well, the world, whatever it is, within me, within I, within consciousness, is reflecting itself as the world. If you like it, you're reflecting a likable world, but you're also reflecting the likingness. When you hate it, you're reflecting a hateful world, but you're also reflecting the hatingness, and you're not separate from the hatingness at that point. So whatever you see, if it's good, you're good. So can you change what you see, what you perceive? Can you change your name? Can you change your thoughts? Can you change your perception? Can you change your body? Can you change your ego? Can you change your mind? Can you change your sensory activities? Can you change the neurons in your brain? Absolutely. We try every day changing our body cosmetically, inside the body, outside the body, dressing it up, putting on makeup, doing the hair. We can change the body, and the body is changing itself. Look at your photograph when you were 10 years old. Is it the same body? There's the same likeness, but the body already is changing on its own. So you can change your thoughts, you can change your likes, your dislikes, you can change your ideas, your concepts, you can change your thoughts, you can change your attitude towards God and no God, you can change your intelligence, you can change your information, but you cannot change I. And when you see I, something stops. It stops reflecting for one moment. And then I itself disappears within the core of the gem, within the core of the mirror. And I becomes consciousness. And in fact, it's never left that place. It's just surrounded by reflecting planes of mirror-like jewel love. But unfortunately, our ego, our mind, has decapitated love, has destroyed love. But it's only a reflection. It's only a reflection of truth. So, what is the world? I hope the questioner, I didn't use personalized things in the question, but I'm grateful for the question. It should be shared with the world. What is your relationship to the world? What is your reasoning behind world? What is world? Have you any interests in the world? Have you any interest in the world? Have you any interest in your thoughts? Or have you so much interest in the apple that is about to be given away and not eaten? Because the giving away of the apple is to give it back into the Garden of Eden and say, I'm sorry, I didn't mean it. Now it's back in your hands, God. Do with it what you want, because I am now free. Namaste. Om.